every time I see all this crap, I'm like, wow. I think drastically reducing this endless sea of crap might help with my my psyche. Of course, I need the constant flow of material coming in order to put money in the pocket. Can you believe that crap was still there? I'm only one guy with a lot of different things to do. As most of my audience and subscribers have seen lately, my plate is always like, it's not just like heaping full like a Thanksgiving dinner, it's like overflowing, and every day there's more heaps put on because, well, you have to, you can't stop life. I know, most people would have been all over that copper and like turned it in and all that, but I know, no but. What am I supposed to do, you know? Steel is the meal. Okay. See. One guy, I have to like, my brain is constantly going, like trying to figure out how to like automate myself, how to make things, I don't know, simplify some stuff. Some people are like, well, you should get rid of that truck and that. Well, if it's just sitting here at the compound or whatever, in the garage or whatever, or if it's got plates on it, it doesn't matter. It's not doing anything. It's a non-issue. It's the things that need like attention right now, you know. I've done, see, the reason why I seem deaf to those kind of suggestions is because I've done that before, and it creates a different problem because life is constantly going up and down like that, and suddenly I'll find myself desperately in need of like another truck. Either I'll get into an accident with that, right? So I'll have an immediate need for another one, and that immediate need will not be able to be fulfilled. And there's a darn good chance that I wouldn't have any money at all to go and fulfill that need, if that makes sense. Well, you could go, no, I couldn't go around looking for scrap. Remember, now I got into an accident. Let's just suppose, okay? Or the engine threw a rod. But I listened to my subscribers and I got rid of my red truck, or my other red truck, okay? Even though they're just sitting there, okay? I have no options then. What do? You know what I mean? Ride a bicycle? Oh, scrap vulture. Yeah, but my environment, my area is not the same as his. Okay, he goes. Plus, he's been doing that kind of scrapping forever. Me, there's a huge learning curve. Okay, it would probably take me a couple of years to get halfway good at it, and then the dynamic is quite a bit different by picking up stuff out of a dumpster, riding a bike, or riding around on a scooter. So the whole scrapping dynamic would totally change. I wouldn't be able to find the volume of stuff, really, so I wouldn't need a warehouse. But then I still would need a warehouse, because I can't take the stuff home. You follow what I'm saying? I can't take the scrap home and process it. Sure, I could take it right from the dumpster straight to the junkyard, riding a scooter or a bicycle, but wow, what a distance. One scrapyard is 70 miles plus round trip. Another one is 50 miles round trip plus. And the other one that's really close, I consider it close, is about 12 miles round trip. That's a lot of time pedaling a bicycle. That's a lot of time riding a scooter. Okay? And maybe over in Europe, I've watched a few of Mark G, his videos. He uses a scooter to go pick stuff up. I mean, over in his Euro country, they let you ride the scooter on a walking path. You could never get away with that here in the States, or at least in the area where I live in. You'd get a ticket so fast your head would spin. Well, you can't do that here. So, each scrapper's area and environment kind of like dictates what you do, what you find, and what works out best for you. So, in my area, steel is actually higher than a lot of places, and exchange rate wise with the Canadian dollar, my area is actually higher than places like Free is Better 86 and stuff like that. If you do the mathematical monetary, you know, Canadian dollars, like what, 75 cents to our $1. I got another converter. I couldn't resist. I had to pick that stupid thing up for this imaginary like flea market sale or garage sale that I would love to have. Just to, you know, make a video. Just to, because I have so many commenters saying you could sell that. You could, you know, I had a subscriber and commenter comment, you should go and see if those speakers are still there. Well, believe it or not, a couple days later they were still there, and I picked them up, and they're freaking sitting in my driveway. Okay, you can't eBay something like that. I've talked to a couple of people, and those things are heavy, man. Who pays for the shipping? And don't get me started on all that eBay stuff, because this guy right here must be unique. Me, okay? I've never seen... I had this argument with my brother even. I've never seen e-selling, even Craigslist, somebody doing it at their house or whatever, in, you know, living color, live, in person, to watch all the nuances. Because that's what I need to see. I need to see like the, oh shit, don't do it this way, oh wait a minute, you know what I mean? I need to see every little aspect in order for me to think, okay, I can pattern it this way, and I can become blind expert in it. You know what I mean? Like, doing it so easy, it's like second nature. Like breathing. And I'm about due for a pallet run, I think. Got a couple of pallets right there. Got some more over there. And what else was I thinking? Oh yeah, I need to get me some brake fluid, man. 'Cause took my wife to work and left my truck there last night because the brake fluid was really low, but I thought for sure I had a bottle of that stuff around here somewhere on the ground or something. Sometimes I actually get mentally exhausted looking at my own crap. Can you believe that? You're sitting in a money pit there, Kingdom. Yeah, well, just two hands, man, and many different assignments to do. You still have those time, yeah, I know, because I need to like roll that into what I might be doing, you know what I mean? On any given day, there's a whole smorgasbord of The other thing with me is I don't want to take in a couple of pounds of aluminum. I want to take in a truckload, you know what I mean? A couple pounds of aluminum that's at a time, or a few pounds of steel. Done it that way for many years. Never liked it. It's very annoying. But then I'm sharing with you the huge downside of this. You know, it gets on your nerves, and this is money sitting on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It's like dead money. It's not moving, okay? And it's sitting on the ground, so it's prone to, you know, the ups and downs of the, well, it's great, you know, the price goes up. Well, you know, every reason to be stoked, I guess, but, you know, it's sitting on the ground and the price drops. You feel, this is a feeling that probably not many scrappers can relate to, but there's not too many people are stupid like me. But you have a feeling of being very vulnerable, you know, by an invisible, non-tangible force. You know what I'm saying? When prices of something are dropping and you don't have control over that. Yes, you do. You have control over it. No, I mean, I don't have control over the fact that if the prices drop, I can't keep the prices up. Why am I keeping this box? Well, there's some scrap in this. And I could actually put garbage in it from my house and drag that across the street over to the neighbor. So I bought him a 6-pack of Corona just so I could use their trash every now and then, which is not very often, because I usually take it to the gas station or burn it here or recycle it, whatever the situation calls for. I was looking for a bottle of brake fluid, and I know I had one around here somewhere, but it looks like a trip to AutoZone. How long ago was that supposed to be running? I mean, the engine runs, it drives, okay, but still need to fix the brake line. I still need to get a license plate updated. Well, I can't even update that one anymore. I have to buy a new one because it's been expired for over a year, and you have to put insurance on it. So I'm probably looking at, plate is $561. Insurance for that. Insurance for that is actually cheaper than car insurance. It's only $180 for 6 months. Isn't that something? I think they realize, you know, if you're driving something that big, you're not going all over the place in it. You're not going to the grocery store. It's just back and forth. Hear the compressor running in there? That's bullcrap, man. That's not mine. I don't really. I wish I can get to it. Switch it off, because see, that's the reason for not having a sense of serenity. There's somebody else on the other side of my shop there, and they leave things running like that. You know, that motor could overheat and cause an electrical fire, and that's more shit on my head. More worries. I don't even know how much stuff I'm going to be able to get out today or find, because my aunt just died, and there's a wake tonight, or this afternoon and evening, and a funeral to go to tomorrow. So I have to put on nice clothes, and I hate putting on nice clothes. I don't even own any nice clothes, so I have to borrow some from my father-in-law. I hate clothes. I'd be totally happy just going around and jeans and sweats, or you know, a t-shirt forever. I don't like button up. I don't like collars. I hate all that crap. Totally unimportant. Like fabric. Look at the clothes. Like, I don't know. There's this commenter called MooseTube, and you know, he was commenting on the plug-in air compressors, and he said the noise bothers him. But one of the things that bothered me is like the feeling of certain kinds of fabric and clothes. That's why I like jeans, t-shirts, sweatpants, pajama pants, that kind of goofy crap. You know that. I know they look like clown clothes, like you see like Tucker Upper wearing that kind of shit. I like that kind of stuff. It's loose. It's not binding. You know, you go around wearing it, I look like a frickin' millennial, but I don't care. If it feels better than wearing like you know, like slacks, you know, polyester pants and all that, like my brother wears, stuff like that. I hate that shit. I can't stand the feeling of it. It feels artificial because it is. And I think I should be done yapping here. I'm done taking a break. Get back out there, some scrap. I have a lot of people commenting on this. So I hear, oh, cut it open, and I don't know what they mean by cut it open. Cut the metal bars off and then cut the plastic open. And there's some other people, like Bert Horton, you know, he's that guy with 20-acre farmland in New Jersey or whatever. He's like, oh, they sell for at Cruiser Mac. He's from Canada. He also said they're worth $100 there. Well, here I don't think they're worth anything because they're in the scrapyard all the time, and you find them. I run across them every now and then. I guess I probably run across more refrigerators than these things, but other people said that, you know, I could use them as a Gaylord box, sort of, for my copper and for my wire. So I'm in that suggestion limbo zone, because this would be my plan for it. Okay, just cut the top open or whatever and throw scrap inside it, like smalls, you know, like brake pads and stuff like that. You end up with a probably about 700 pounds of 700 pounds of scrap. Probably fit in here, you know, like everything's like small, like nails and brake pads, screws. Don't know. Or use one for brass, use another one for copper. But I'll end up with a whole warehouse load of like stuff that hey, you could turn that into you could do that with you could look at all the suggestion things that are out here, like that traffic light. Hey, you could keep that traffic light. Well, then, you know, I said, well, maybe I could keep that traffic light, and then it ends up sitting there. Well, it's aluminum and it's money and it's sitting there. Or you could keep that old bicycle, it's worth some money, you know. Okay, sitting there. Okay, doesn't have a outlet. Doesn't make sense to people, but it's the God's honest truth, man. Telling no lies. You see you by the curbside, alright? This is enough yapping. We need scrap.